3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and welcome to the Celebrity Big Brother UK eviction number 5 and 6 rant, aka the double eviction rant. So yeah, today in this video I'm going to be talking about the double eviction, which had 2 people packing out of the Celebrity Big Brother US house. Let's dive into it. Let's talk about the HOH competition. Now, the HOH competition was the walking on the red carpet competition. That looked like a fun competition. This is what I'm loving about this season, because you're getting these really great competitions that you really would never see before. And that's what I really like about it. With this competition, it was really smart that in the finals you had James, who was it? It was James, Mark, and Brandy. James made the smart decision when he made it to the end first. He's like, I'm not going to I'm going to throw this to Mark if he makes it to the end. If Brandy makes it to the end, I'm becoming HOH. Really smart move there. The only thing I would say is on a short-term goal as a competitor, I would be PO'd, because it's why don't, you are in the finals, you could get power, you could get safety for this week. I get your buddy here is there, but why wouldn't you want to get HOH this week? I thought it was just would have just been a smart move, but I get why on a long-term goal basis. I get it 100%. I think James did make the right move overall. I was just as a competitor, I'm just get the frickin' HOH. You get all the power, you get everything like that. Why not? So yeah, it's a bit petty about that, but come on. But yeah, James throws the HOH to Mark and everything. Smart move though for James. Mark wins HOH, and good for him. Now, really up to this point, Mark really hasn't done anything significant or anything important in his game itself. Really, he's just sort of been a floater, and he's played neutral, where it's I'm not really going to do much, and he didn't really do a lot, in my opinion. So yeah, up to this point, Mark winning HOH is his big game move. So yeah, Mark winning HOH, good for him. Now, what's really smart about this week, and what I'm gonna really applaud Ross for, is the fact that he has managed to really play a really good game socially. Especially this week, he's managed to put himself in the middle of the game. He's had alliances with the guys, he's had alliances with the girls, everybody except for Omarosa. Now, Omarosa comes a bit later, where they toss around the option of final 2, but I don't think anybody at this point wants to trust Omarosa. But overall, I think Ross playing the middle is really smart this week, because you have 2 different alliances. You sort of, Marissa in a way is also playing in the middle too, because she has 2 alliances there, but she's more trusting the girls, which I can get. Now, I think it's just really smart Ross playing the middle. But moving forward, Brandy and Ari are the nominees, and it was good for Mark and James. Obviously that's a big move. Brandy and Ariadna are 2 huge threats in this game at this point, and really I think it's just a good move for him. They are pairs. B, they are both socially strategic threats. They may not be physical, but at least they're socially strategic threats. They do pose some physical threats and everything with challenges, but really not that much, unless they're competing against the girls. But yeah, them being nominated, good for him, good game move there. So yeah, moving forward, they had the POV competition, the power of veto, which is the whole face competition. I like how they change it up every year and everything. I really like how they changed it up this year with the dolls and everything. I really did like that. Omarosa threw this competition really, really bad, and just in my opinion. I say that just because the fact that she's managed to throw she threw it bad, 40 minutes compared to 10 minutes that Ariadna got. Maybe I can get it with 15, but 40, I'm just saying, that was just bad. But yeah, the POV competition happens. Ariadna wins the POV, and good for Ariadna. I've learned a lot about Ariadna this week, and how much of a threat she is in this game, and like I'm sort of rooting for her now. I think a lot of people in this house I am rooting for. I think Ariana's played a good game up to this point, and good for Ariana. But yeah, she wins POV. Obviously, she takes herself off the block. And there was this whole conversation on who is going to be the replacement nominee. And you get Ross pushing hard for Omarosa. And like for me personally, I'm like, why are you pushing so hard for Omarosa? Like it just really shows your cards strategically. Well, and like you can get it. It's like, well, why wouldn't you want to put like Marissa up there? It's like, well, you are just pushing hard for Omarosa. You're just basically showing like, oh yeah, I have sort of like a final two deal here. It's like, you may not have wanted to push too hard there. Like, I get it, bro. You are like wanting to keep her safe and keep her off the block to gain trust and everything. But like, whoa, like, come on. Like I think he just sort of maybe like shoved it a bit too far. But overall, I think, you know what, like, Marissa being the renom, at this point, like, they all knew that she was going to be safe. And I think it was really smart that, that, like, there was some trust in the house, that there was a great idea that Brandy is a huge threat and she needs to get out of this house. And that's what happened. In a vote of, like, 1-5 or 5-1 or whatever, or not even 5, what is it? It was like 1-3 or something. I don't even know. But in a vote of whatever to whatever, like whatever to 1, Brandy gets evicted from the Celebrity Big Brother house. And like, it is a bit sad because I really do like Brandy, like now compared to the UK series and everything. But Brandy getting evicted, it was like, oh, but like bye. I think she was a big target, as I've said before in like some of my previous power rankings. I think that she is a huge threat in this game. And like obviously we see this week her getting evicted really isn't that much of a shocker. Like it's not much of a shocker, it's just more in like when it pertains to the power rankings, it really isn't, like, it's not bad. So yeah, when it comes down to it though, she gets evicted. We have the next HOH competition. Honestly, the HOH and the POV competition were really interesting. I love the OTT style that they did, like the Big Brother Over the Top style that they do, where it was like, it was simple, simply done. Like, it was a simply done competition, and it was done in the house, which I'm really liking that they're doing those kinds of competitions where it's in the house itself. So it was just basically like a question answer, like true false kind of thing. I really like that, and how they were all in the separate rooms and everything. But yeah, when it comes to this competition, it was, who was it? Omarosa won the HOH with like 7 points in the tiebreaker competition against, like in the tiebreaker competition against James, because James and her went to tiebreaker. Good for them. Good for both of them, but like bad for James because it just shows more of how much of a threat he was. So yeah, but Omarosa wins. Obviously, like she has a big decision on her mind and everything. But good for her winning HOH. She is proving, although that she's an individual threat and like she's really been tossed off by a lot of people and everybody in the alliance, and everything. I feel like, you know what, she's played a really good game, like strategically, socially, and everything. She's played it as like a big reality TV star because that's sort of what she is, but overall she's played a really good game. Thumbs up for her. But yeah, Omarosa wins HOH. Obviously, she has to nominate 2 people. She nominates Ross and Marissa. And like, what I really like about the second eviction with this double eviction is the fact that, like, everybody's so calm. It's not hectic, it's not crazy. Like, I sort of like that because it's different than, like, the civilian versions that we've had during the summer. It wasn't as crazy, it wasn't as hectic. Like, I sort of like that, but I sort of hated that. But I liked it a bit more because it was just more calm, and, like, everybody sort of knew where their places were in the house and everything. So, yeah. But Omarosa nominated Ross and Marissa. The POV happened, and that was like the whole like run around the house and try to find the fake one, and like if you pick the wrong one you get eliminated, that kind of thing. once again, I like that competition as well, just because it's an OTT style competition, like over the top style competition, like from Big Brother Over the Top. But yeah, it's a over the top competition, like it sort of seems like that. I really did like that competition. Ross wins POV within like seconds. Good for Ross. Like seconds. It's like done. But yeah, Ross wins POV. Good for him, saving himself off the block. But in a way, creating a bigger target for himself. And that's the one point. Like the one point I'll say about Ross is that he is playing a really, 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 really great game. But like there is so much of a risk now for Ross because he's playing such a great game that like he needs to keep his target under wraps, which he's managed to do. But within a house of 5 people during a finale, there is so much risk there. So much risk there. Really, at this point, you have to win or be a pawn to get to the end, basically. So yeah, but yeah, Ross wins POV. Omarosa decides that, you know what, James is going to be the renom. James gets renominated, obviously in a vote of like, I think 3-1 or 2-1, I think. Yeah, 2-1 or 3-1, whatever. James gets evicted from the Celebrity Big Brother house, and honestly, I really did like James. I got really liking to him. I think he was a great strategic player. He was a bit cocky and arrogant and stuff. I loved his relationship with Brandy, because Brandy's just hilarious, especially when she's drinking, like, especially how Twitter, like, roasts her whenever she's drinking wine, and I find that hilarious. But I really like the relationship that both of them had, because it was sort of love-hate, petty catty, that kind of thing. It was really funny, though. I really liked James this season. He was a really great strategic, social, and physical threat, and I really liked that. I really liked that. He was such a great game player. Obviously, I would love to see him in like future seasons if he ever did come back, but like probably not. But yeah, he was a really good player. It's sad to see him go, but at this point, this game is changed dramatically. Obviously, since now James and Brandy left, it was sort of ironic, and I loved it that they both left at the same time because it was just sort of funny. But yeah, yeah, it was sort of funny. So yeah, the 2 people are out of the house. This changes the game dramatically. For me, at this point, with 5 people in the house, if I had to do power rankings, these are my top. I'm gonna say top 2, and then I'll add my bonus top 3 there. So top 2, I'm gonna say Ross. Ross is a huge threat. Although he's not a physical competitor, he's proved himself as a social, strategic threat. He's managed to really bring Marissa in as a final 2, and really has been able to convince her that she is a formidable threat against him. When in reality, I just don't think that Marissa is. I feel like he's been proving last week how he's managed to make so many alliances and played the middle really well. He's proved himself as a really big threat. But overall, his biggest threat in this game right now is Omarosa. Omarosa is such a big threat because she is a reality TV veteran. She's been a target since day 1. Overall, that's why I think she's the second biggest threat, and earns number 2 in power rankings here. I think that she is a huge threat at this point, because of the fact that, you know, she has been able to win a couple HOHs. She's been able to really manipulate the women in the house and everything, and she everybody sees her as a threat, yet there is some potential there that maybe people aren't going to vote for her. But I think the jury at this moment may actually vote for her if she does make it to the end, because she's proved herself as a really big threat. So yeah, my bonus number 3 here, I'd have to give it to Ariana. I think Ariana has played a really great game as well. Obviously, her and Brandy's relationship has something that's really been highlighted. Along with that as well, she's won HOH and a POV now. So she's proved herself as a physical threat. Along with that, socially and strategically, she's been able to figure a lot out. And I think she's another great threat here. I think that at this point, you would need Marissa or Mark at the end of the game. More likely Marissa, though. if you wanted a really good clean sweep, guarantee that you would win this game. So yeah, overall, when it comes to the power rankings, I think Ariadne has played a really great game as well. And I'm excited to see how this season's going to end. Overall, I'm excited, and I'm excited to cover the finale with you. Hopefully the next video will be the finale, and I can't wait to talk to you about that. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think about Celebrity Big Brother UK and the double eviction, or US, not UK. And let me know what you think about it down below in the comments. Besides that, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Don't text and drive. Bye.